we were doing the research for building an AI app for language learning. So what we want to do now, after exploring more into the content that's in these sources, is to distill everything down into a set of features to create something called a product requirements document, or what is common these days called a product requirements prompt, that we can then put into an AI-assisted coding application, something like Firebase, or Lovable, Bolt, or like Claude Code, to actually build out the first version of that product. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to distill down this information and combine these sources together. So the ones that are for evaluating a startup, for example, I'm going to type here, summarize the ways to evaluate what is considered a good AI app idea. So it has this, and what I'm going to do is save this to the node, and I'm going to convert this to a source. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the trends part. To summarize the trends specific to online learning for language learning. Save that to node as well, and we'll add that as a source. And finally, select all of the user sources, summarize the user pain points for online language learning. Now I'm going to select these summarized sources and write, using these selected sources, outline the key features for an AI agent app. So I do want it to be specifically an AI agent, but yeah, I do want this to be like a vertical AI agent application specifically for language learning. So moment of truth here, we're going to see what are the key features that would be required. See. So a good AI agent app for language learning should incorporate several key features. All right, so my curriculum, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's a lot going on here. So what I'm going to say is, I'm only going to be building an MVP, minimal viable product, 2 core features that will be the most competitive and suitable for an AI agent. So it says here it would be real-time conversational practice and instant detailed feedback and correction. That seems to be what we're going to be building. All right, cool. Next, we're actually going to jump into ChatGPT or Gemini if you want, doesn't actually matter which one. And we're going to input, this is a prompt that's going to guide us through the process of thinking even more deeply about the exact application that we want to be building. Because the more clearly you think through what it is that you want, the more details that you have, and like what tech stack do you, what the vibes are that you're going for, what is the customer experience, what does the user journey feel like, the more you think through these things, the better your end result is going to be. So the first question it asks is, what are you building? Can you give me a pitch? And this is where I am actually going to go back to NotebookLM and copy what it is that we just said we were going to build yourself. Anyways, so we're going to answer the rest of these questions. So what's it? It's, there's a lot of information here, but it's okay. It's AI, it can take it. So copy that. It's an art and a science here. Sometimes you want to get it from NotebookLM. Sometimes you just want to use your own brain a little bit as well. So what are the must-have features in your MVP? So here's a quick checklist. All right, now we will copy this, go into Firebase Studio, and copy this, and actually build it. End up with this application.
Hi there. Let's talk about food. What's on your mind?
I like potato. Eating potato.
Potatoes are great. Do you have a favorite way to prepare them? I like eating potatoes.
Isn't that really, really cool? We literally just went from the very, very beginning to the ideation phase, analysis, research, all these different things.